The book Nehru and the Spirit of India is written by Manash, Firaq, Bhattacharjee, and he starts the book by saying that he grew up with two ways of understanding history. One was from his teacher, who used to mention facts about Nehru from a disassociated and detached point of view. The teacher didn't place any value judgment on Nehru's actions, but plainly stated his role within the independence movement and the formation of modern India. On the other hand, the author states that his ideas of Nehru came from his father, who was very angry with him for some of the decisions he took and the direction in which he took the country. He wasn't just looking at the facts dispassionately, but was emotionally vested in the actions of Nehru, and his displeasure dictated the way in which he viewed his events. Bhattacharjee states that both these ways are important to capture the nuances of history, especially the biography of people. That there needs to be a detached, rational way of piecing together the events of history, but that our affective dimensions will inevitably kick in when one tries to analyze the merits of the decisions. We see in the book that these two paradoxical views play itself out in Nehru's life too. Nehru was highly influenced by Western Enlightenment ideas, as his education was primarily from the West. He was steeped in the ideas of rationalism, scientific progress, and modernization. But he always held that these tools were insufficient to understand the heart of the nation. That India was a confluence of culture whose nuances cannot be captured by a disembodied rationality, but only through a passionate commitment to the idea of India. It is this tussle that plays itself out in Nehru's own book, The Discovery of India. Bhattacharjee states that Nehru held that logic and rationality could heal many of the superstitious beliefs in India. He felt that India was too tied to its past and that rationality could free it from many of its bondages. But Nehru also mentioned that the West may need to tone down their Enlightenment assumptions and get deeper in touch with their past. And here India had a lot of insights to offer. Another important aspect of the book is Nehru's understanding of culture, which the author feels has resonances with the ideas of the sociologist Max Weber. That like Weber, Nehru did not believe that culture was merely a product of material or other external forces, but that it had an individuality of its own. And this individuality was a meaningful one, strong enough to shape the course of human history. It is because he had such a high view of culture that he paid close attention to the diverse confluence of culture within India and made no efforts to homogenize it, even though modernism by nature has a tendency to homogenize cultures. And finally, one of the most important points that the book brings out is that what distinguished Nehru from other leaders of the 20th century was that he firmly believed in creating a space for contradictions to emerge rather than to suppress it. Though Nehru believed that contradictions was immensely difficult to deal with because with varying narratives and worldviews emerges different ideas of what a society should be, he strongly held to the fact that only if there is space for contradictions to manifest freely can a society itself exist.